Yeah, welcome to the Urban Heat R&B Vibes on a Thursday. Steve Gooseby decided to come in here because we got to do a recap. You know, last Saturday, which was Valentine's Day, had an event that I was a part of in Boston, actually Hyde Park to be exact. And it was about cocktails and conversations about relationships and all the things we go through. And this young lady right here happens to be the person to put on that event.
Hey,
How you doing, Phoenix?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me?
Of course, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I'm doing great.
Me. All right, so yeah, let's do a little quick recap because I thought it was a great event. It was very intimate, and I love the participation of folks that we had there. I actually thought we could have went on a little longer with we did about
we could have.
Yeah, we definitely could have. And let me just bring my guy up real quick who's in the green room here. There we go. Welcome, my guy.
Hey, what's going on?
What's
you gotta
happening,
forgive my voice. My voice is going out. We had a good turnout at the movie premiere. So
say that again because you kind of went in and out.
I know, because my voice is going in and out.
Oh man, it just sounds like you had a good time wherever you were, man. A movie premiere, you said?
Yeah, I was in Boston, and then I came here.
Fix your voice.
I came here, and
hey, listen, man. Hey,
and
so
you just got messed up. I can't even talk. I'm in my phone. It's okay.
I tell you what, we'll do most of the talking. So we just wanted to do a quick recap because I thought it was a great event on Saturday. Very intimate, and the responses and the questioning, it was all gravy. I loved it. I thought it was a great time. Good event put together by Phoenix Fire there. So before we get started, I just want to play a quick clip. One of the subject matters had to do with 50-50. So when you go out on the first date, and I just want to play a clip from what was said from one of the people that attended.
If she want to take me out to eat, she got to pay.
Okay, well, they're married. They don't count. I'm done.
All right, so that was quick and simple. So he basically said, if you want to take me out to eat, he got to pay. There ain't no 50-50 or any of that stuff. So what are your thoughts about that? I don't know if you were there during that questioning, Mike.
I was there.
You were there? Okay.
Really say what I couldn't say what I wanted. Well, I put it in words, but I think they couldn't describe it. But I had women that asked to pay for first dates, and I let them. I mean, it doesn't make me less of a man. Yeah, right. It don't make me less of a man at all. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take care of the tip, and then on the next one, I'm gonna go all out. We living in a different time, so I think everybody put too much on stuff, and I think that's why a lot of people still single out here.
For me, when a woman offers to pay, I think that's sexy as hell, man.
Man, listen, you finna get something out of me.
I'm like, oh damn, you paying too or what?
You finna get something way bigger out of me.
What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts?
50-50 is not an issue. I think if a woman is asking a man out, I think she should pay. I've never asked a man out, so that's kind of foreign to me. Asking a man out on a first date, I've never done that.
Mm-hmm.
I have taking care of bills plenty of times with men I was dating. That's different. Like already in a relationship, we're seeing each other. I would say most of the gentlemen that I have dated, they just covered everything, and I would cover the tip. I always offer to cover the tip, and I keep cash on me because of that reason. I don't see a problem with paying for the meal if you're asking the guy out.
Okay. All right, so she doesn't mind paying if she asks the guy out. And again, I think sexy as hell. When we go out,
say something? Can I say something? I don't think it's a lot of women asking to take a man out. I've had women say, "Hey, I heard about this spot. You want to go there?" And she pays for it. You know what I mean? I don't think there's asking a nigga to go out. But I've never heard a woman say, "Hey, let me take you out on a date." Never, because I ain't the bitch. But again, if she got a spot where you want to go eat and she want to pay for it, it's a different thing.
Okay. All right. You want to add to that, Phoenix?
I guess if I say, hey, I don't know. I have male friends, which I don't mind covering, but even still, like, I can make a suggestion and the guy still offers to pay. So like I said, that's just a little foreign to me. I don't think it's a big deal if women want to pay. It's not a big deal. Not for me, but that's just not something I've done yet.
Right.
Is it something I plan on doing? I don't plan. There's plenty of things I would pay up front. There's plenty of things that I would do where I'm coming out of my pocket. I don't feel any way, but I don't know. I just never been in that place before.
Well, in 2026, with some people, that's an argument right there. You know? But anyways, all right, let's move along. So we had another attendee who talked about marriage.
And, being in the marriage I was in, I was young when I got married before, so I knew, in my mind, I'm like, I know what not to do, what to do more of, what to do less of, better, it was a learning lesson. But I did the same thing, but now I'm like, I'm in the same thing, like, I don't know if I'm going to ever try that again. I'm upset. I don't know. But I ain't going to lie.
A lot of folks do say they'll never do it again. And I was one of those guys. I said, I'll never do it again. But, thinking about it, I mean, you can never say never. You don't know what the scenario is going to be with the next person you meet. So what are your thoughts on that?
I didn't really understand what he said. What do you say he wouldn't do again?
No, he was saying that he was married before and basically
he wouldn't do it again.
Because of his experience, he know what to do and what not to do. And once upon a time, he said he wouldn't do it again, right?
Right. Well, I can say when I was engaged, the first time I was engaged, it didn't work out. But it's the first time I did right by a woman in my life. But the whole leaving my phone up and sharing sharing passcodes, her answering the phone, that felt good to me. I wouldn't say I would never do it again. I just wait for the right somebody though. You know what I mean?
Sharing passcodes.
Because I enjoyed this. I enjoyed that. It's only so long you can sneak and hide, man. And it takes a toll on you, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. What do you think, Phoenix?
First of all, that young man will be married again. He understood that there were tons of blessings because, that's one of my closest friends. He will be married again. The thing is, he just married really young. He was like 19 years old. They were married like well over 20 years. Mm-hmm. And there's things that maybe they weren't necessarily prepared for with that type of responsibility. I think most people that have experienced that covenant and that feeling of a marriage, they don't necessarily shy away from it. I think they say that as soon as it's over, a newly relationship that's broke or a broken engagement or a broken marriage, it's really hard for people to do it again because they also feel that they'll never find someone that they could have that chemistry with. But when they do, oh yeah, it's like there's no questions asked. You'll go right back into that same feeling. It'll just be somebody new and just kind of cross your fingers that it won't happen again. But when you're older and you've experienced it, there are a lot of things you jot down that you just won't do again. If you're messy, I can understand men or women that have experiences in a relationship where they finally trusted, finally gave their all, and it didn't work out. But I'm one of those, like, I'll do it again and again and again until I get it right. It's just, I don't know. I think it's more men that say that than women, but I just believe when a man finds the right one, he's going to say, I do. I haven't not seen it.
How can you find the right one if you're not actually in the dating pool though? Everybody don't want to even take a chance out here. Everybody like, well, I'm this. I'm not really dating, but they keep saying the right one is gonna come. Man, how? You got a whole wall up. Some people got walls up and don't want to have their invite for somebody to come in there because of the stuff that went on in the past or some things that they haven't even got over yet.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
I also believe that. I also believe that people aren't open to being found. That's another thing. You're right. How can you find? I believe a man finds his wife, and that's just that. So if he's not looking, of course, he's not going to get married. But I think after a devastating loss of a relationship or a death of a divorce, therapy, getting yourself ready, loving yourself, making some changes within yourself. I don't even believe some people should even be dating because they're still broken with past trauma and relationships. So
how the hell you ever gonna get over it then?
I would say therapy. I think some people don't even realize
it may be a person that come in your life, because Black people don't even really do therapy. So it may be a person that come into your life that can actually guide you and lead you to the different person that you want to become, because you got someone that's actually here for the protection, here is for the actual love. Men don't think about getting married. We was little boys thinking about G.I. Joes, He-Man, and video games and destroying and breaking. Women came up as little girls with Papa dolls and Kens. This is your thing. So when a man tell a woman, I want to marry you, he mean that. That's serious, because we ain't got to be proposing. So when a man tell a woman, I want to marry, he mean that. So don't be so, I want to wait and I'm going to go to the third. Man, you may miss your blessing because this person came in your life and actually guide you into a better situation. This may be the person that you need in your life, but you looked over it because you feel I haven't got healing or I haven't talked to someone. This may be your healer. Healing ain't always time. Time can something that you cannot get back.
So let's dig into that a little bit more, because what it sounds like is boundaries, or a boundary might have been set up and you not even knowing it, and you end up missing your blessing with that person because of the boundary.
Yeah.
Am I making sense?
Let me tell you, one thing I do know, there are plans in the mind of a man. So somebody can have a plan that in order for me to be ready for a marriage or a relationship, I have to have this in order. That might not always be the case. I think that love is a high risk adventure. You can set your mind to something and then somebody comes into your life right in the middle of your healing and then just sweep you off your feet. I'm one of those. Yeah. Like I'm one of those. So I'm not negating. What?
That ain't what you just said, Phoenix. That ain't what you just said.
What I'm saying,
call her up.
I'm not saying anything different. I'm saying I think people should get healing. I think people should go to therapy. I'm not one. Okay, so first of all, there is a very popular video of myself talking about after I got a divorce, I was ready for marriage again because I forgave. I haven't gotten married. It's been 6 years. I have not bumped into somebody to sweep me off my feet or to change my mind on my boundaries are not going to change. Boundaries are just boundaries. Standards shouldn't change. Boundaries shouldn't change. There's plenty of times I felt like maybe I wasn't ready, and then maybe I wasn't. But if the right one would have came along, you can change your mind on what your goal is. You can allow somebody to not necessarily take you off your path, but join the path with them. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just saying, if people are still very broken from past relationships, they don't need to date, is what I'm saying. Now,
beloved, you are such a queen. You are so beautiful, but you are contradicting yourself as you continue speaking. You are very contradictory when you saying on this, because 1 minute is the healing, 1 minute is somebody to sweep you off your feet. Which is it? Because in the beginning, you just said this was an adventure. This is something that we all have to take the chance to do. Now you're saying I got to prepare. You in life, you don't prepare until you actually keep living life. You're preparing as you're living.
What I'm saying is people can prepare in their mind how they want to do things before they get into another relationship.
Man,
that's
people
what I'm
just
saying.
do whatever in their mind. Your actions is everything.
Right. So
actions
if someone's not coming along to change your thoughts or your mind on, you know, a relationship, then continue getting your healing. That's what I'm talking about. Love being a high risk adventure. You can have your mind set on this is what I want to do before. People say it all the time. I want to have a house. I want to have this. I want to have all this set up before I have
kids. Chance. Go take the chance. Go down there and see if you can get along. You cannot accept defeat without making an effort.
Okay. I agree with you. I agree.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
If you want to, go get it.
And this is what was going on
again.
In case you missed it, by the way.
What'd you say, Steve?
I was saying that for the folks that missed the event on Valentine's Day, this is what was happening.
Yeah.
This is the conversation and cocktails that we was having.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll ask one more question. So when it comes to dating in 2026, you know, is there a vetting phase or people skipping past that?
Is there a what?
Is there a vetting phase of the relation? I mean, there should be, but are people skipping past that? Because it seems like, of course, in 2026, relationships are just failing up and down all over the place.
I think one of them is because people like to go on the internet and listen to stuff like we doing right now. But, you know, no shade. I'm just saying we go off what other people are saying or doing to think it's going to apply to our life. You know what I mean? That's one of the things. We got men versus women, women versus men. We got, you know, another episode is coming in, taking over. The independent woman is too mind strong to even have a good man by her side. You know what I mean? Some men are just so hurt that they don't even want to take a chance with a woman. But the thing is, what did that woman do for that man to have that thought? And actually put in a lot. I put in a lot of investment and time with you. You know what I mean? I really put in the time and work to really show you that I have love for you, that I do love you. So I think we should take it to another step. But then when you portray that, I mean, you know, anybody be like, man, I don't think I'll be riding this rodeo for a minute. You know what I mean? But the dating scene right now is terrible. Just like in the beginning of this, I think the man should pay for the first date. It's women in 2026 that want to take a man out. Baby, come on, where you want to take me? It's all good because she see the bigger picture. She see the bigger picture. This is her investment.
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with 50-50. I mean, I'm not the type of person to say we're going to do 50-50. If someone said it, I would probably do it and then not do it unknowingly.
No, say it because you need to put this out on the table.
What I'm saying, if someone came to me and said, let's do 50-50, and they talked me into doing, all right, let's do 50-50, and then we go here, I'm still probably going to pull out, not, you know what, I got it. You know, just
like
me
the fact that if a woman says, let's do 50-50, oh, shit, you had a good upbringing. Let's do 50-50. But the fact that you put this out on the table makes it more sexy because you're being upfront. There's nothing I gotta see or catch or in between lines. I'm not trying to read between the lines. Put this out now, man. What is on your mind and get it out your mouth. Tell me what we doing, and I'm gonna tell you what are we doing. Then we gonna meet in the middle and see if it's a 50-50 thing.
Right. How do you feel about the vetting process, Phoenix?
I live off of vetting. I rather get to know somebody for a certain amount of time before I make any decisions that are going to alter my emotions. So I just can't meet somebody one day and then we're out on a date the next day. It just doesn't work. I need to be able to know something about him before I make a decision to say, you know, yeah, I'll go out on a date with you or to dinner, because a phone conversation can definitely tell you if you even want to sit down with this person. I mean, how much more can I absorb from you that I just already heard? People don't vet. People do not take time to collect the data needed. And then people walk away upset. I do not allow a man to take me out on a high-end dinner date at all. Because I have to like him. If I do not like him even remotely, I'm not doing it, because I don't want that gentleman feeling like I used him. And there are women that'll go out on a date with a man and just let him spend all his hard-earned money on drinks and food, and she knows she doesn't like him. I rather like you first, at least a little bit, and then be able to see how we move, or you move with me in public. So vetting is very important. It takes me a while to make those decisions on moving forward with going out in public. But if the chemistry is there, even 1 or 2 days over the phone, if it's there and I feel it and I'm already attracted to them, I might say yes to the date within 2 or 3 days opposed to 2 weeks.
Okay.
But I'm old school too. Like, I'm a little slower than some, and it's kept me, I am who I am today because of it.
Okay. I'll say one more thing.
There's a difference between hoes and women, So some hoes would take, that man for his money. That's a hoe, she getting something out the situation. A woman is actually in it to win it. So
yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. So we'll end it on this last one here. What are some of the red flags, during the vetting process?
Oh, let's go. What are some of the red flags, Phoenix?
Oh my God. The lack of consistency. I mean, that plays if the guy is inconsistent, that's a red flag, because that is how he's going to be with me for the rest of this ship that we're on. That's just like one of my biggest pet peeves.
Please give an example. Could you give an example of what you mean by the inconsistency?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Elaborate.
Yeah. I'm sorry?
Okay.
He said elaborate.
No.
I mean,
elaborate. Yes.
I don't like when someone says something and then not do what they say, or they do it at first and then they lack on that. Like, don't change up for me. That's going to be a big problem, because I feel like when that person starts moving funny like that, I have no choice but to move. And I don't want to be a red flag. So when a man leads, he controls the relationship. He controls what the relationship look like. I'm not going to stress myself to try to stay in his life if he's inconsistent. That just goes. Inconsistency is like, I think it's a character flaw, so that's the best example I can give.
Do you know how tough it is for black men out here? Do you know how tough it is for black men out here?
I do.
We out here busting our ass just to survive and pay bills. And if you got kids, to keep up with kids. So it's not, I don't think, you'll know if a man ain't interested in you off the top. So the consistency and inconsistency, I get what you're saying, but it's hard. And niggas is busting their ass, and sometimes I need that woman to show me she's actually interested in me, even if I took on the interest in the beginning.
We're on the radio too.
How's your day going today?
Yeah, we're on the radio.
We're on the radio, so with the N-word.
My bad. Excuse me. Thank you. Well, my bad. Ninjas. And
there you go.
This I just think somebody know who's gonna be consistent with you and who's not. You know what I mean? But if, like I said, it's hard for black men. We buzzing out, but trying to do so much at a time. I think if a woman just understood that,
that's where communication. But that's where communication comes in. That is where communication comes in.
Yeah. And let me know. Let me know where I'm lacking.
Yeah. Yes.
But see, and
let me know where I'm lacking at too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But see, I also think that the power of the media outlets, beginning with social media, I think that taints so much of what's going on now in relationships in today's modern world. You know what I mean? People follow what they see and do what they see and believe, and it's not easy for both sides, and then you got the content of what's going on in the music as well, you know what I mean? And people get
and TV.
Yeah, and television, as you know, as an actor. So people get caught up in those things, man.
Yeah.
And none of that is real life. And that's hard for
not at all. I have women come to me wanting the character G Money. They don't know about Michael James. They be wanting, I'm so in love with G Money. Right. That's who they want to see. Right. G Money. But you don't want to mess with old Michael James. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And understand that, there's a lot of good folks out there, right? They're not going to put all their business on the internet. You're not going to know them by looking at their social media profile. But a lot of people do.
Yeah, I learned my lesson from that. I was with a woman last year, and when I did all that posting, because it was my first time ever parading a woman like that, you know what I mean? Yeah. And the people that was all in the business, I feel like certain things wasn't happening on her end because she was dealing with me, and certain things might happen on my end because I was dealing with her. You know what I mean? So I really learned that lesson. I think now, from now on, I'm gonna be very private. Very private, you know what I'm saying? But that shows where a man says, hey, if I love you, I'm gonna parade you. But being the business I'm in, I learned my lesson on that by being private now.
Right. And that's an issue within itself right there, because you may be in a relationship and they want you to parade them on social media, whereas me personally, I'm private. I'm very private.
Yeah, me too.
What you know about me is only what you see on social media, and that's not even a quarter of it,
Right.
So, all right. So we'll end it on that note. I thought the event this past weekend was great. It was wonderful.
I want to give a shout out real quick, though. I want to give a shout out to our dating coach, Wander Hollingsworth, and our life coach, Chris Henson. They had really, really great information to share to the guests there, and Michael as well. You guys were great and very transparent and very knowledgeable. You know what I mean? That's important. You don't want to just throw people on a panel to talk about relationships and they haven't experienced anything remotely,
and Wanda is certified.
Right.
Certified. Right. So she's not just acting.
Yeah. Right. And I'm a lot sober on this interview than I was at the cocktails and conversations, man.
Right.
Hey, listen, man.
Ain't no more time. Yeah.
All right. We enjoyed your time. And don't mind, Phoenix, if I steal them from you for future events. You're right.
Still what? Still what for me?
Still Wanda and Michael, right? I forget his name.
The other gentleman,
Michael James.
That's Michael there.
I know your name. I'm talking about the other guy.
Chris. Yeah, Chris Henson.
Chris Henson. All right, yeah. So I'll be stealing both of them for future events. But so yes, it was a great time. I enjoyed myself, and looking forward to actually putting something together. Hopefully by the end. Well, not the end of this month, but sometime late March. And of course, I'll invite you folks, and we'll have further discussions. Any last words, Mike, before we check out here?
Hey, never accept defeat without making an effort.
Okay, I'm gonna leave them with that.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you to both of you.
Thank you for having me.
Let's do it again.
All right.
Phoenix 5, thank you for bringing me on, Mama. I had a great time up there in Boston with y'all.
Yeah.
You have shown me so much love.
Hey, and let's not even talk about Friday. Let's not even talk about Friday.
At Lucky's? Let's give a shout out to Lucky's as well. Lucky's Lounge.
Lucky's. They showed us love. And Boston.
We love you, man. Yes.
Let me tell you, man. All right, y'all. Love. Peace.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.